yesterday's lecture, we have seen the phylogeographic zones of India. We have discussed Trans Himalayas and Himalayas. So, Trans Himalayas, they include regions of Kashmir and Ladakh. Then Himalayas, again, they are differentiated into Western Himalayas and Eastern Himalayas. Western Himalayas, they include Kashmir, parts of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, whereas Eastern Himalayas, they include parts of Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. So today we are going to see four more zones, four biogeographic zones. So the first one is the Gangetic Plain. You can see here, this area is the Gangetic Plain. Now it spreads across the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, then West Bengal, and parts of Orissa. So the Gangetic Plain is also known as North Indian River Plain. It is formed by alluvial deposits of the Yamuna River and Ganga River and also their tributaries. So it stretches from River Yamuna to the coastal plains of Orissa. We have seen in this map, you can see here, from the river Yamuna to the coastal plains of Orissa. Now, since these rivers, they bring the deposits, or the Gangetic Plain is formed by the deposits of these rivers. It is a fertile area, and essentially in this region, the agricultural production is high because the land is fertile. It is a continuous plain. That means it is not interrupted by any mountain or any other topography. It is a continuous plain formed by these rivers. Now, towards the western part of the plain, over here, the rainfall is less. That means it is around 50 centimeters. Well, as we move towards the eastern part of the plain, towards the West Bengal and Odisha, the rainfall increases. It becomes about 200 centimeters. So the western part is somewhat dry as compared to the eastern part. Vegetation here comprises mostly of tropical moist and dry deciduous forest. Now, dry deciduous forest or the deciduous forest, we have discussed earlier that the leaves of the trees are broad, they are shed during a particular time in the year. So, the deciduous type of forests are found in the Gangetic Plains. Then the vegetation or the flora mostly has trees like Butea, Butea monosperma. Then ficus trees are also there. Ficus is the Bargad tree. Then other trees like Tengu, Kher tree, Neem, Mango, People are also found. Yes, this is the mahua tree. Its scientific name is Maduka indica. Now, this plant has uses such as the fruits and the flowers of mahua. They are used in the food preparations of the people living in Orissa. And earlier, a liquor was produced by the flowers of this plant, which was banned in the British era. Okay, so since ancient times, this plant is well known for its number of uses. Then there are few lakes, swamps, and that is wetlands are also present in the Gangetic Plain. Now these wetlands, they have halophytic vegetation. Halophytic vegetation means the plants that can tolerate high salinity. They are found growing in these swamps. So a plant known as Rhizophora mucronata can be found in these swamps. Then a few years earlier, this region was rich in wildlife. So animals like rhino, elephant, buffalo, swamp deer, they could be found. But over a period of time, their population has been depleted. At present, one might find animals like nilgai or the blue bull in this region. Blue bull, it is one of the largest species of antelope, and it is endemic to Indian subcontinent. The males of this antelope, they have bluish gray coat, and they prefer this nilgai prefers grassy plain. So Gangetic plain is an ideal habitat for nilgai. The threats to this animal is hunting and its habitat destruction, because nowadays there is a lot of development, so their habitats are getting destroyed. Then the next species that is found is chinkara or the Indian gazelle. It is another species of antelope. Then black buck. We all know black buck. It is a near threatened species. It is also another species of antelope. So such animals can be found in the Gangetic Plain. Yes. So the previously we had seen this Mahua plant. This is a nilgai or the blue bull, and this is the black buck. Okay, these are all the antelopes. Yes. The next zone is Indian desert. So Indian desert. You can see here it is in the western part of the country. So parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan fall into the desert area or the desert zone. Indian desert is also known as Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert. And we have seen in the map that it is present in the northwestern part of the country and includes parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat, that is Kutch area, and little bit of Delhi. And since it is a desert, the rainfall is very less, that is less than 40 centimeters. And previously, while studying ecosystem, we have studied that deserts are of two types, hot deserts and cold deserts. So Thar Desert falls in the category of hot deserts. Characteristic of hot desert is that the summers are very hot and winters are cold and the rainfall is less than 40 centimeters. Now this desert is believed to be the eastward extension of Sahara Arabian Desert system, which then passes through Iran, Afghanistan, and Balochistan, and then continues as Thar Desert in India. Now, the plants which are found in Indian desert are xerophytic plants. We have seen what are the characters of xerophytic plants. That the leaves are reduced to thorns in order to prevent the loss of moisture to the environment. Then the stem is succulent to store water. In cactus, you can see that adaptation. Then the root system is extensively branched because they have to go deeper in search of water. So the xerophytic plants are found in the desert. They're plants like Acacia, Ziziphus. Ziziphus means bear. Okay. So the flora here is mostly of bushy, thorny plants. Very few trees are present, but the flora mostly comprises of bushy thorny plants. Then the fauna or animal species that are found. Animals also show adaptations to live in desert. We have seen this before that they have adaptations to conserve water, and the animals are mostly nocturnal in habit. They are active during night. And the reptiles that are found, they are mostly feeding on the insects. So here the mammal that is a burrowing rodent is found known as Indian desert gerbil. It is a mammal it is a small mammal. So you can see here this is the image of Indian desert gerbil. Then the desert lizards. Okay, these are known as the agamids. They are widely found in Indian deserts. Agamids are also known as dragon lizards. And then they are like iguana, if you have seen the iguana. Okay. So the very famous is Sarah Hardwicke. You can see here. This is Sarah Hardwicke, this lizard. Okay. It is also commonly known as Indian spiny-tailed lizard. Then in the Gujarat, that is in the Rann of Kutch, one finds this animal known as wild ass. It is very much confined to this area. And in local Gujarati language, it is known as khur. You can find it only in the Rann of Kutch. And also, there is a sanctuary established in this area for its protection. Then the desert fox. Desert fox is also known as white-footed fox. You can see here. The color of the foot is white. So it is also known as white-footed fox. It prefers open, dry grasslands, and therefore you can see here the desert habitat, which has few grasses and is very much suitable for it. It feeds on the gerbils. So this animal here is the gerbil. It is food for the fox. Indian desert fox, it lives in the burrows, and it is nowadays it is threatened because of introduction of a plant known as Prosopis juliflora in their habitat. So this invasive species is responsible for their declining population. And then next important bird, very important, is the Great Indian Bustard. This is the Great Indian Bustard here. Okay. Great Indian Bustard is a critically endangered bird. That means very few individuals of this species are left. It is a tall bird. The neck is long and the legs are also long. You can see here. It is of considerable height. And locally it is known as Godawan. Okay, the people living in desert call it as Godawan. Now this bird is threatened because it is hunted for its meat. Okay? And often there are cases where um, they collide with the power lines. Okay? And also there is depletion of its habitat, that is grasslands. So therefore this bird is becoming critically endangered. Yes, then caracal. Caracal is a wild cat. It has long ears. It has a very famous history. It was hunted by the Mughals, okay, just for the sport. Yes. So this is acacia here on the left side, and this is the ziziphus or the bear plant. Okay. So we have discussed two biogeographic zones. Initially, we have discussed the Gangetic Plain. Gangetic Plain is a fertile plain. Okay, it is composed of the alluvial deposits brought by Yamuna, Ganga, and its tributaries. So it stretches from River Yamuna to the coastal plains of Odisha. Then, which states comprise the Gangetic Plain? You can see here Uttar Pradesh, then Bihar, West Bengal, and the coastal Orissa. Since it is a fertile area, the agricultural production here is high. And there are also lakes, seasonal swamps, and wetlands which show halophytic vegetation. Halophytic vegetation means plants that are tolerant to high levels of salinity can be found in the Gangetic Plain. So the example was Rhizophora mucronata. This plant is found. Now, since the vegetation here is tropical, moist, and dry deciduous type, one might find trees like Butea, ficus, then mahua. I told you about mahua that the flowers and fruits of this tree they are used in the food preparations of people living in Orissa. And earlier, this plant was used to prepare a liquor, which was banned by British Empire. So this plant is well known. Okay. Then other species of plants like tendu kher, mango, ficus, or the burger tree, when people tree, they are also found. Earlier, this area was well dominated by rhinos, then elephant, swamp deers. But now one can find nilgai, blackbuck, and chinkaras in this region. Nilgai, it is a blue bull. Common name is blue bull, and it is one of the largest antelope species that can be found. The male has the bluish gray coat, and it prefers the grassy plains, so which is an ideal habitat for the nilgai, and it is endemic to Indian subcontinent. Then the black buck is another animal which can be seen in the Gangetic Plain. Then we discussed about Indian desert. Indian desert is known as the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert. It is located in the western part of the country. You can see here the yellow shaded part. Okay. Now this system is considered to be the extension of Sahara Arabian Desert, which passes through Iran, Afghanistan, Balochistan, and finally it finds its extension in Indian subcontinent. So the Indian desert it includes states like Gujarat and Rajasthan, or it spans across the states like Gujarat and Rajasthan. Xerophytic plants like Acacia and Ziziphus, you can see here, Acacia is this and Ziziphus, or the pear plant, are found in the Indian desert. Yes, there are a number of salt marshes in the Kutch area, and one finds a species known as wild ass that is located in the Ran of Kutch only. Okay, then the desert lizards, agamids are very famous. Agamids are dragon lizards. Sarah Hardwicke, you can see here, this lizard is found in the Thar. Then the great Indian bustard. Okay, it is a critically endangered bird. It is found in the Indian desert. It is locally known as Godawan. And yes, of course, the desert fox or the white-footed fox is another species which is found in the desert. Then caracal, the wild cat with long ears, that is also seen in the Indian desert. So it is rich in biodiversity. A variety of reptiles are seen, lizards, snakes, and tortoises also. And also one can find this rodent, okay, which is a mammal, gerbil, Indian desert gerbil. It is food of the desert fox. Sarah Hardwicke is a herbivore. Okay, this lizard is herbivore and it also lives in burrows. The common name of this lizard is Indian spiny tailed lizard. And one should remember the threats to the great Indian bustard. Our government is putting a lot of efforts to conserve this bird. So it's The threat is mostly they're hunted for the meat and collision with the power lines, and also depletion of its habitat, that is grasslands, is another threat. So this is the Great Indian Bustard. Desert fogs, the main threat is introduction of an invasive plant species, that is Prosopis juliflora in their habitat. And the vegetation in the desert mostly will be the bushy thorny plants. Okay? And the rainfall is less than 40 centimeters. Then next biogeographic zone is the semi-arid zone. You can see the semi-arid region. It includes parts of Gujarat, Rajasthan, and also Punjab and Haryana. Now these regions, they are included in the semi-arid zone because mostly due to excessive irrigation, okay, which has damaged the soil in these regions. And this region is present surrounding the desert region. You can see here. Now, apart from this, also the rain shadow areas of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu, they are also included in the semi-arid zone. Okay. By and large, this part of the country, that is western part of the country, including the Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, and Haryana, these are the major portion of the semi-arid biogeographic zone. But the rain shadow areas of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu are also included in the semi-arid biogeographic zone. Now, this region is around 16.5% or around 16% of the area in India. And the vegetation here is mostly of grasses and shrubs. Since the rainfall is less, it is only about 50 to 100 centimeters, the vegetation here mostly is of grasses and shrubs. Now, this region is said to have affinity with the northern Africa. Why this is so, you all know the theory of continental drift. So, during Jurassic period, we have also seen the geological time scale. So, during Jurassic period, the Gondwana land, okay, was separated into western part and eastern part. So, western part included the continents of Africa and South America, whereas eastern part included the regions of Madagascar, India, Australia, and Antarctica. So the semi-arid zone, it shows similarity with the northern Africa. Then one can also find Anogesis pendula. Remember the name of this tree, Anogesis pendula. This forest community can be found only in this region. So you can see this tree, okay, Anogesis pendula. Now somewhere here, that is in the semi-arid zone, here you can find the Aravalli mountain range. Okay? The Aravalli mountain range, the slopes of this mountain showed these trees, Anogesis pendula. Because these trees can survive extreme conditions, and nowadays they are cultivated also because they have value for timber and also are useful in tanning. So this is commonly known as dhok. Okay, this tree, Anogesis, its common name is dhok tree. Yes. Then the fauna which is found in this region, it includes black buck. You have seen black buck in the previous slide. Yes, this is the black buck. Then Chosinga. Chosinga also we have seen yesterday. There are four horns on the head. Then the gazelle species. Apart from these, nilgai is also found in this region. Then jackals, caracal also can be seen in this region. Caracal, the wildcat with long ears. Then the wolf species can be seen. One important animal which is endemic or is found only in this region is the Asiatic lion. You can see here, Asiatic lion. Okay, it is found only in Gir National Park area of Gujarat. Okay, so there is lot of conservation efforts going on for this species. There are only two species of lion, African lions and the Asiatic lions. Asiatic lions are found only in the Gir National Park. Therefore, it is endemic or restricted to that area, and it is endangered because very few uh, individuals of this species are left. Local community known as Maldharis, they help in conservation of this lion. Okay, they have played a major role in the conservation efforts of the government. They have assisted the government in conserving this species in Gir National Park area. Then this region is there is increased livestock and agriculture. Also has contributed to the extinction of many wildlife species from this area. Then the next region is Deccan Peninsula, or the Deccan Plateau. It is the largest zone, largest biogeographic zone. Okay? Covers about 42% of India. You can see here. Deccan Peninsula, it is in the states of, or it includes the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, then Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu. So it is then Kerala. So this is a very stable part, roughly triangular, and it is the largest biogeographic zone. Now, this region is dominated by four major rivers. River Narmada, which is at which flows at the north of this. Okay. Here you can see River Narmada, then River Tapti, River Mahanadi, and Godavari. So these are the main river systems that are found in the Deccan Peninsula. Now, how this Deccan Peninsula was formed? That you all know about the continental drift. Okay, so when the continents were moving apart due to volcanic activity, the lava was coming out continuously in this region, and this led to the formation of the basalt rock. Okay, and most of the Maharashtra is nothing but a it is made up of basalt rock. So that is due to the volcanic activity which occurred during the continental drift. So Deccan Peninsula, it is mostly made up of basalt rock, basaltic lava. Now this plateau or peninsula, it is slightly sloping towards the east. Okay, this is the western part of the peninsula and eastern part. So it is slightly sloping towards the east, because of which most of its rivers they flow into the Bay of Bengal. Tapi and Narmada are exception, but Mahanadi and Godavari, the Krishna is also there. They flow into the Bay of Bengal, okay, because of the slope towards the eastern side. Then the vegetation here is comprising of the deciduous forest. Deciduous forest we have discussed, thorn forest and evergreen forest. Evergreen forest, the leaves of trees in the evergreen forest, they are they remain live throughout the, they remain for a longer period throughout the year. But it is very restricted to a small area, evergreen forest. Mostly it is deciduous forest and thorn forest. And many forests of this region are conserved. In the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Odisha, there are many regions where these forests are conserved. Mostly, this area comprises of conserved forest. Yes, and the timber trees, that is sal and teak, they are the main species found in this region. Then animals like elephant and wild buffalo. Wild buffalo, it is state animal of Chhattisgarh, okay, and it is endangered species. It is mostly threatened by the loss of habitat and climate change. Then a very important species which is critically endangered is found in the Deccan Peninsula. That is gharial. Okay, gharial is commonly known as fish-eating crocodile. Okay, this crocodile has long jaws. You can see here, long jaws, and these are used for eating fish. These are found in the tributaries of River Ganga, then Chambal River and Girva River. Okay? It is a critically endangered animal found in the Deccan Peninsula. Now here, the natural grasslands are not present, but due to the fire and cutting and grazing of the livestock, artificial or the grasslands have been formed in this zone due to the activities of humans and animals. The grasslands have been formed in this region. So this was the last biogeography zone that we will be discussing today. So let us revise today's lecture. Today we have seen four biogeographic zones, beginning with the Gangetic Plain. Gangetic Plain, it is spreads across the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and Orissa. It is a fertile area where agricultural production is high. The forests found are mostly deciduous type of forest. One also finds the swamps and wetlands. So halophytic vegetation is also present. Then animals like nilgai or the blue bull, then chinkara, black buck, these are also found. Plants like Butea ficus are found in this region. And yes, this important plant that is mahua can be found in the Gangetic Plain. So mahua, it is a plant which finds use in a variety of ways. The flowers and the fruits are used in the food preparation. Okay. Then the black buck. Yes, the Indian desert. Indian desert, we have seen that it includes parts of Rajasthan, the Kutch area of Gujarat. It is an extension of the Sahara Arabian desert system. Rainfall here is less than 40 centimeters, so the xerophytic plants and the animals also are adapted to harsh environmental conditions. Yes, so plants like Acacia nilotica and Ziziphus or the bear are found in this region. Cacti can also be seen. Then the Kutch area, it has salt marshes. Okay, and in Kutch you have to remember one animal which is wild ass. Okay, it is confined only to this region. There is a sanctuary for its protection. Then the lizards that are found are the agamids. Agamids or the dragon lizard. So you should remember Sarah Harpiki, this animal here. Okay, it is a herbivore and lives in burrows. Then the desert fox. Okay, and this is what is a gerbil, Indian desert gerbil. The fox will feed on this gerbil. And foxes again, it is threatened by the introduction of plant known as Prosopis juliflora. Prosopis juliflora. Then the great Indian bustard, yes, critically endangered bird, is found only in this region. It is locally known as Godawan. Then we have discussed the semi-arid zone. Semi-arid zone occupies 16% of the area and it surrounds the desert zone. Okay. So in the map you can easily see that This is the area surrounding the desert. Includes the states of Rajasthan and Gujarat, okay, Punjab and Haryana also, and rain shadow areas of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. You have to remember one plant, that is Anogenesis or dhok. It is present only in this region. Okay. It is valued for its timber and is used in tanning. Then animals like blackbuck, chausinga, and gazelle. And yes, Asiatic lion. Asiatic lion is endemic to this area. On the semi-arid zone, it has affinity with northern Africa. Okay, why the affinity is present, we have discussed, because during continental drift, it was all together. Okay, in Africa, South America, Madagascar, India, Australia, Antarctica. So the Gondwana land, it separated into western part and the eastern part. Western part was Africa and South America. Eastern part then became Madagascar, India, Australia, and Antarctica. So therefore, there are affinities with the northern Africa. Okay. Then Asiatic lion. There are two species of lions, the African lions and the Asiatic lion. Asiatic lion can be found only in the Gir National Park. It is endemic to this region. The local communities known as Maldharis, they have helped in the conservation of this lion species. The threats to this Asiatic lion is mostly poaching and genetic inbreeding. You understand genetic inbreeding, since it is confined to that region only. So there is only one population and there is inbreeding, or they breed only with the same population. Individuals of the same population breed with each other. And over the time, what happens? That leads to elimination of species in a particular area. So that is again a grave concern regarding this lion species. So there were efforts to introduce this lion in other parts of Gujarat and also in Madhya Pradesh, but again it was not accepted. So inbreeding, of course, is a issue concerning the Asiatic lions. And also, if there is any disease, it will wipe out the entire population in just single time, because it is just entire population is concentrated in a single area. Then we have discussed Deccan Peninsula, that it is the largest area and it has conserved forests of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Orissa. So there are four major river systems: Narmada, Tapi or Tapti, then Mahanadi, and Godavari. Also, there are mountain ranges in this region. Okay, the Vindhyan Range, Satpura Range, all of these they are part of Deccan Peninsula. Then this peninsula is sloping towards the east. Okay, and therefore most of its rivers they flow into the Bay of Bengal. Yes, it is well known for timber species, that is sal and teak trees. They are the main species found here, and animals like wild buffalo. Wild buffalo again is the state animal of Chhattisgarh, and it is endangered animal. So the most threat to it is habitat loss. And then gharial, we have seen this species of crocodile. Okay, it is known as fish-eating crocodile. Has long jaws, and this is critically endangered. That means very few individuals of this species are left. You can find it in tributaries of Ganga, Chambal River, Girwa River. Okay? So, because of fire, cutting, and grazing, grasslands have been formed in this region. Originally, one might not find wide grasslands, but because of certain human activities and activities of animals, grasslands are formed in this zone. And this region here, it is mostly made up of basalt rock. Okay, during the continental drift, lava that came out in this region, it formed the basaltic rock. Okay, so black soil. Maharashtra has black soil. It is mostly because of the basalt rock.